All right, man, we got a lot of people going nuts over this one, so I'm going to have to cover to you more in depth than on Twitter, okay? All right, so I'm going to have to get right to this one. Just too many questions on Facebook and Twitter about what's going on. So, have you received piracy warning from your internet service provider? All right, so those have been going out first of the month here in October 2018 and even some before. So, people are losing their lunch. So, I got an article here that we're going to talk about what to do next. If you had a VPN on before, you should not have received any kind of letter. So people are already practicing what they're going to have to do their jailbreak because it is on. They're getting their coconut oil ready to go as lube because 5-0 is knocking down the door. All right, well, the FCC court vote that came in, this is what it's all about, this FCC net neutrality. You know, remember everything like Cody, APKs, adult, it don't matter, whatever it was, has now changed with the recent laws. So I brought you an example of, like, say, Comcast. That's one of the biggest ones here in the United States. In the UK or somewhere else, it's probably going to be something like Sky, all right? I didn't want to bore you guys, but this is the first usually alert or find an important message, like, say, from Comcast, which is an internet service provider. As part of the copyright alert system, operated by the Center for Copyright Information, a copyright owner has sent Comcast a notice claiming your internet service, what you're paying for out of your hard-earned money, was used to copy or share a movie, television program, song, or something improperly. We have sent an email with more information about this notice. So if you have an email address on notice or expect a letter in the mail, and I promise you, people are starting to crap the floor when they see this. So they want you to click the button to confirm you received the copyright alert and to close it. Please review the frequently asked questions about it. I'm going to say I'm not clicking nothing. We'll see, though. We're going to go read what the guidelines are. Subscribe to join the fight here at the Jack Bauer YouTube channel. And man, I don't want you guys like Mr. Potato Head having to fight yourself out of the slammer and do a prison break with your buddies. Oh, God, what does it come to? All right, kids, let's go over to the Jack Bauer channel and the blog spot and Jack Bauer YouTube. Let's go do this slowly as I've been asked to thoroughly explain this. All right, so first things first, on my page, hit the subscribe link like I always say. Step 2, if you already don't have it, use Best VPN or Save 50%, $5 VPN. These are all IPVanish, or it's a higher one, but this is a UFC VPN. I think that's like $6 or something like that. And I always put it up there. All right, Jack Bauer, IPVanish, $5.20 on the 7-day free. All right, so I got to put that out there just to let you know. Because of the FCC net neutrality and the law, people are losing their mind. Long story short is what has changed is your internet freedom has now been up for grabs, and anything can pretty much be done that they want to. Which is why you got to use the VPN, all right? You do not want them getting your kids, your wife, your banking, your laptop. You do not want them tracking you down for malicious and bad things that they want to do through your IP address, all right? So I picked up an article that have you received a piracy warning from your ISP? Here's what to do. All right. Because I want to make sure that it's not coming from Jack Bauer. I'm going to redirect directly here from the compliments of the Torrent Freak. So Torrent Freak says that they've done some research and a large number of internet subscribers, mainly United States, well, I'm going to say UK now too, have been taking to the internet in recent months. Well, yeah, worried about the piracy warnings that has been sent to them now from their internet service provider. All right, despite much discussion of these online questions continue to be asked again and again and again, and all these scary emails, letters, blah, blah, blah. So millions of internet subscribers use their connections to download and share copyright infringing content. I'm going to say that you don't even know that you're even sharing copyright infringement. I don't understand the laws, the rules, the certificates myself. But God forbid you actually do something like this by accident. You're going to receive this hate mail and a warning and a fine. And maybe worse, as they talk about. So for the vast majority of users, this kind of activity has no consequences, but people grab the latest movies or TV shows, for example, and then hear no more. But for many, this means simply carry on oblivious to the fact that unauthorized transfers are probably being monitored by someone somewhere. So, for example, again, what they're talking about here is like, say, if you don't have your IP address already IP vanished, your home address, like that Wi-Fi that you have, is probably jailbroken right now the second, and somebody's using it to go after like malicious identity theft, bad things with child pornography and things like that. You're not even aware of it, but yet they're holding you to blame. All right, so it's being monitored to reduce copyright infringements, and very little is being done to be done about identity theft. Very little. But this, they got you. Copyright infringement notices. The first time an internet user realizes that this has happened, you receive correspondence. Normally this would come through like a text or email first. This could potentially be a letter to the house or a form of an email delivered to the account registered to, like, remember I told you, like your Comcast. So for example, Mr. Potato Head got this, and he's like, uh-oh. That was email one. So many users begin to panic. The idea they've been caught doing something illegal seems to prevent them from reading the notice slowly and taking in all the details. All right, so Torrent Freak says, read the warning notice, and now read it again. They will explain the alleged what have happened, who made the complaint. They are designed to be easy to understand and read calmly. Well, nobody's going to read calmly, especially if it's like somebody's doing child pornography or some crap like that. That ain't going to work out. The notice will provide your IP address. That's what we told. The notice will provide IP address. Well, if you don't have that on, now you're going to step 2. It will also order the subscriber to prevent from being shared again in the future. I don't know how you're going to do that if somebody's already hijacked your Wi-Fi, because you're going to have to go through all kinds of nonsense. Make sure you got the VPN on first. All right, first. Then you're going to have to go make sure that you contact your cable provider and want them to walk you through the security steps of changing your Wi-Fi code. And I'm going to say demand that they readdress your IP address, which they can do. In any event, subscribers who are required to respond to the notices to not incriminate themselves for initial offenses. However, ISPs tend to ask for feedback. Demands in an infringement notices in basic terms. Most of these notices are like speeding tickets as they get going. Again, I'm going to say, do not acknowledge that you have this crap. That's the first step. Just take the other steps to fix it, like I pointed out earlier in the video. Some ISPs, like Sky and Comcast, also ask their account holder to fill out a questionnaire which acknowledges that you have received this warning and understood it. Nope, I don't understand it. That is the next step. You tell them you don't understand it if you're forced to have to say anything. You don't understand it? I don't know. I have no idea what people are doing on the internet. I don't even know if it's not jailbroken in my neighborhood from the kid next door. I have no idea. Or the pervert down the street. I don't know. So I'm not going to acknowledge anything. So if you keep receiving more notices, it's something to be considerate about. But repeat infringers are at risk. So if this keeps happening and you have not taken the steps to use like the IP vanished, then you are into the next level. And under the U.S. law, it could turn into a more serious situation. It's clarified in some recent cases involving ISP Cox communications must be taken against the ISP against those who kept infringing. They're being forced to do things, turn you in, talk to the local authorities, turn you into the FBI or whoever it is, Interpol, for the continuous infringing. Again, you might not even know that it's going on. But if there's a kid in the house or you're at the college dorm and you're using this peer-to-peer software, that is easily tracked and transferred directly to you. So that is a definite no-no. So they talk about going on the reasons for this are varied. Boils down that people using streaming or direct download sites are prohibiting their BitTorrent connections with a VPN. Remember, see, they're talking about using a VPN. If you don't, well, you're going to get an infringement letter, copyright holder. You're going to get more than one, then you're in the hot seat, all right? So the conclusion, notices of infringement targeted at a regular internet subscriber in the U.S. usually issued for the purpose of stopping it. This decision to stop infringing or carrying on behind a VPN or similar is obviously a personal choice, but in 2018, it's clear that being caught on multiple occasions put your ISP and you yourself in the consequences of the authorities. So don't be a clown. Make sure that you got it on. You want to make sure that when you are contacted by the third notice by the authorities that you could say, look, I have my own VPN. I'm not doing anything. I have my own IP address. Contact, again, with regards to disputing it, as we talked about earlier, whether it's Sky, Comcast, and tell them that it's not you. Demand that there is a change to your router, to your IP address, and then make sure that you have it VPN'd after that. That's the best thing you can do to protect yourself so that you're not like Mr. Potato Head, not understanding what somebody's doing to you behind the scenes. And then you and your buddies are in the situation of a prison break. All right. I hope that explains that thoroughly. And I'm sorry I can't respond to everybody on Facebook and Twitter. So I hope this thing covers it. All right, everybody, be safe out there.